Welcome back to Legendary Mel Games. I'm your host, Joe. Today we're tackling Osterity, MAP03 Climate Monitoring. With music, the Unquakeable P-termination by Big Ol' Billy. Let's go ahead, grab the Berserk, and work our way through the starting area, mainly to get the shotgun as fast as possible. Now this map is basically divided into three major sections. As we go up here past the terminal, let's do a side run across to get to our first secret, which is going to be the plasma rifle and energy cells. This map is absolutely enormous, with over 500 monsters, over 200 items to get, and a whopping 9 secrets. That, of course, is secret number 1. The best way to look at this map is to look at it as 3 entire challenge sections for the keys, and you start out in the blue key section. My suggestion, after many failed attempts, is to go blue key, yellow key, then red key. Mainly because of the power-ups you get from the yellow key area. Because the red key section is an absolute slog to get through. And we'll see here in a little bit when we get there. Alright, so let's go ahead, finish clearing out the initial area. We don't want to use the plasma on everything, but in a way we kind of do, just to speed through this section. Because the first section gives you pretty much every weapon in the game except for the BFG. Like up here is the super shotgun. Whatever you do, don't go around that corner yet until you're ready to take on the Fire Barons, which were the Aphrit-like replacements for the Hell Knights. Go ahead and take out all the hit scares. And now this area is just about good. Let's go ahead and drop off, and this is basically a shortcut just to the other side of the bottom area. So again, let's go ahead and make sure everything's taken out. Next to room 2, here's where we can get the chain gun. As we can see, there is a peg there that blocks our path forward. And you can hit that switch to lower it. But for now, again, we just want to make sure everything's out of here. And again, this is because there are enemies placed all over the place. Down here, you can actually get a sneak attack on enemies coming up. As you can see, if you step right at the gate, you can actually knock it back down for yourself. Across the way, there are 2 imps. Be very careful here because they don't always fire at you. So it's easy to forget they're there. Once they go down, go ahead and let's scour this area for health and all the pickups that we can. All of our health and armor bonuses. You know, as many of the item count is actual health and armor bonuses in this map, it surprisingly is not easy to miss. So in other words, Big Ol' Billy places them in such a way that you really don't miss them, which is a breath of fresh air, considering how these levels normally go that have them. Like you can see here, armor bonuses, but they're all in a circle right around the pillar. So it makes sense, it's easy to find if for some reason you'd not grab one. Let's go ahead and snipe the enemies through here, and right off the bat he gives us a computer area map, which you know we're going to put to good use. And off-colored wall here for secret number 2. Now, secret number 2 gets us into this new area, but you notice there's a yellow and a red switch. Well, that tells us that we need to come back here near the end of the level, once we have the yellow and red skull keys, remembering that we're in the blue key section. And get ready for a pandemonium as we drop the wall down with just walls of zombie scientists. Also, the scorpion spider mecha mind over there. But those blue and red switches that we saw in that side room we're going to have to come back for, that's actually part of the final secret, which gives us the BFG 9000. So let's not forget it's there. Let's also not make the mistake of accidentally picking up the rocket launcher and getting blasted. So let's go ahead, when the coast is clear, let's grab it. We're going to need it, but first let's get our health back up. Drop the obvious fake bookcase. And now, huddle in this corner when we hit the switch to take out the Baron across from us. Don't worry about the one beside us, he's going to teleport away. And now firebomb everything that's in the middle room, because Hell Gremlins are going to pop up, aka the Revenant replacements, thankfully with much less health. And all the enemies that are on the 2 lifts that are going up and down, if you don't take them out, they're going to teleport near the door. Right over there, between the 2 eyes. So you can get them before they teleport, or you can just wait for everything to teleport and move on. So at that point, let's go ahead, once this area is clear, and go to the final wall panel here, click it, and there's secret number 3, which is more armor bonuses, boxes of rockets, stim packs, and the SSG. Also, it gives us a way to negate the trap that's awaiting us. As you can see, this brought us right back to the starting area. And if we would not have taken the secret, we would have been face to face with Hell Gremlin. And right there's the blue key card. So let's go through the blue bars, and careful, there is a 5th switch in that bookcase that lowers the other 3 bookcases in the room to get mainly backpack and just some ammo. Let's teleport back here, and keep in mind where we're at. We are in the room that we went up right at the beginning that had all the pinkies and all the hit scanners with barrels. Also, let's be careful, we said there are fire barons, there they are, let them have it. So, rockets away, just pin them in there before they can do anything. And you can see that megasphere, there's an easy way to get it near the end of the level. So you have to have the yellow key card first before you can do it. For now, let's go through the blue key section, and I will tell you this area is very creative and extremely difficult. So let's jump onto it. It's a series of raising platforms, but unfortunately an entire Caco cloud gets unleashed on you in 2 different rooms. So this is one room, and there's a set that's also released in the middle that now is going to be smacking you in the back if you're not careful. And of course the Lost Souls are just there to mess you up. And you can see there's the Urukaka demons. And if we go diagonally, so we went all the way to the right from the starting area, and taking out the cacodemons floating around in the middle section. Again, just taking out the annoying Lost Souls. So if we go diagonally through the middle to the back corner, there is the final cacodemons, guarded by shotgun soldiers and zombies. So go ahead, take them out, and we should be good. Head on to the middle. And now, let's go ahead, wipe out the shotgun soldier and his imp entourage, and be ready when you hit that switch, because there's going to be a bunch of them right beside you. As well as the zombie scientists. Now, the zombie scientists are not all made equal. One of them has an axe, one of them has a crowbar, and one of them has the knife. The woman with the knife, treat her like the Tonberry from Final Fantasy series. She is slow, but if she hits you, it's almost an instant kill. She does upwards of almost 80 damage if she hits you. So definitely make sure to wipe out the female scientists. She is definitely the most dangerous one. Also, let's firebomb the fake lava wall that the Fire Baron's coming from. He's actually sitting on a secret that is an invulnerability, but we do not want to waste that too early. So for now, we're going to ignore that it exists and clear the room out. Make sure everything's gone before we proceed. And now hit the wall, get ready for hit scanners, imps, and madness. Because we're also out in the outdoor frozen region where all these spider mecha mines are. And I'll tell you, they are so much harder to deal with than the actual Arachnotrons, because they do not stun lock like the regular Arachnotrons do. Best strategy I found to deal with them is just peekaboo around the corner with SSG, because if you try to plasma them, for some reason they don't enter pain state very often. It's very hard to get them into pain state, and they'll usually just blast you while you're blasting them. So let's take out the two imps on the sides. This is kind of a little side nook. And it actually takes us to the yellow key section if we go left, which you can see over here with the barred portal. Or you could go right and you're in the main area that going over here will take you. Personally, I prefer to go over here because this is where you can get the ambush on the Spire Mecha Mind. As you can see, even the rocket launcher doesn't stun him. So get him out of here. And the Lost Soul. Now these cubes, I could not find a proper name for them, but there are two specifically different cubes. And you can see the Spire Mecha Mind still hitting us when we blast them. The dark cube explodes like a regular barrel, but the one that's a little bit brighter and flashing over there, that one actually releases 3 Lost Souls, just like a Pain Elemental. And most likely, it did replace the Pain Elemental, because I don't think I remember seeing them in this series. Maybe they're there and I'm just misremembering. But whatever you do between those two, don't shoot the flashing one. Lost Souls do not count as enemies on your kill count, so there's no reason at all to hit them unless you're tricked into it. Also, let's make sure the imps are out of the sniping booth up there. And make sure this area is clear. Now let's go on to the yellow area. Let's get ourselves a rad suit and take out the sniping imps before we go too far into this. There's 1 on the right and 2 on the left. Again, this is to avoid us having to backtrack. As we take out the Lost Soul, get ready for Pandemonium. As we've got an imp, 2 zombies, we got a Cacodemon flying behind us, a shotgun soldier at the top of the stairs. It's not a lot of resistance, but it's spread out enough that pretty much hits you no matter where you go. So let's take out the Pinky, and as you can see, that just wraps around to the other side. And now, shotgun soldier out. Let's head on in. Careful of the Hell Gremlin in the fire nook over here. Literally just spamming homing missiles at you. And now, let's go ahead, revitalize our rad suit. Head up. His switch, which actually opens the pillar right out here, revealing another switch. Let's get the health. And careful, as soon as we hit it, that lift drops, revealing another Hell Gremlin, aka Revenant, right in our face. So go ahead and take him out. And now, let's hit up. And you can see where this takes us. Danger, that's not good. And that actually takes us to the portal. So that actually snuck us behind that gate that was locked. So let's head back and down into the lava. And now we're going in the side nook. Let's take out the Baron before the rad suit runs out. Now this secret is very unique because the fake wall is obvious. The armor bonuses you would think are part of the secret, but no. The actual secret itself is the supercharge at the very end of it. So armor bonus is technically not part of the secret. So now we have that. Get ready for ambush room number 1, the fight for the yellow skull key. And there is a way to cheese this. Otherwise you're just gonna get firebombed by fire barons. Let's go in this corner where the rockets are and defend it with your life. They give you enough rockets to get through almost everything, and since our back's to a wall and we've got plenty of room to shimmy left and right, we can just firebomb everything that comes our way. Just use all your big guns, because we're going to get our ammo back, don't worry. And just like that, Caco out. Not even getting your little mini cloud started. 2 more. And then there was 1. The last Mohican. And now let's take out the shotgun soldiers. Notice they keep teleporting in. That's a bit of a clever trick because it's basically revitalizing your shotgun ammo. So you can feel free to waste as much SSG as you want. You're basically getting full ammo replacements for the shotgun. And now let's get out of the middle, since hell gremlins are shooting at us everywhere. There's one, there's two, and then there's one on the other side. Let's get the rockets, and over here, be careful of that wall that's a switch, because that one actually comes down when you get close to it. It's an imp ambush. For now, just skirt the outskirts, and let's get all the ammo and all the goodies. Cacodemon, I don't even know where you came from, but both of you can go. You and your friend. Your friend's friend and his buddy. And now, as you see, you can't even get to that switch because the imp's slower. But it does give us 50 health back. And just like that, let's go ahead and work our way around. There's the rocket launcher. Keep going. And the health bonuses, again, they're spread out enough that you can easily see where they are. Big old Billy's not trying to hide them. They're easy to get. I never really had too much of an issue of missing any of these. And just like that, we've got all the health bonuses. Let's go over here. And again, getting more ammo. Over here, we can hit a switch. And this actually opens the gate and gives us the next new custom monster, the Zombie Cowboy. You know, we went from zombies to zombie scientists, and again, since we're in Texas, we got zombie cowboys. A great little touch. They actually replace the Wolfenstein SS, so you can imagine how they attack. Once they get that fast lock on you, be careful. Now right there's the yellow skull key. You knew it would be booby-trapped. It's basically hell gremlins all over the place. And one zombie cowboy that went the wrong way. Let's hit the switch, and finally, the yellow skull key is ours. Let's go ahead, do some cleanup work, and get out of here. As we rock out to this amazing head-banging MIDI. Through the gates when we're done, shotgun soldier, just kind of in the middle of nowhere. And notice where this takes us. Right where the megasphere is from the backside. So let's go through here. All the walls will lower themselves automatically as we make our way back through. And you can hit that skull wall to bring it down, revealing a secret teleporter, even though it's not considered a secret. Now, if you hit the switch and open the two yellow bars, you'll notice that from yellow bar to yellow bar, that actually teleports us right behind the megasphere. This is why you needed to wait to get the yellow skull key to get it. So go from yellow bar to yellow bar, and then out, and we got ourselves megasphere. Just like that. Not a secret, and I'm kind of surprised it's not, but that would have been a hard thing to tag, just because of how small that platform is. So, let's go ahead and move on, now that we're at completely full health. Deactivate the yellow switch. And now, on to the red section. All the way in the corner. We are going to use the invulnerability here, but before we do, let's go ahead and take out all these enemies first. Now, if you remember, I did say the red key section is an absolute slog to get through. And you're about to see why. It is easily the hardest trap of the entire map. So let's go ahead, get back, and we won't get a lot of time out of the invulnerability just because of how far away it is, but we can take out the biggest threats while it's still active. So here we are, that's secret number 6. And quickly run all the way back around. Straight up the platform and over. And now, quickly to the right, we need to take out the hell gremlins in the back, because they snipe you while you're trying to dodge Spire Mama right there in the middle. So make sure the hell gremlins are down. Don't care about the pinkies. Get in this corner back here, because it actually offsets to the right. So it's our one defense against the Spire Mastermind. Otherwise, we are basically a sitting target because she's right in the middle of the room and can move everywhere. So go ahead, make sure she goes down before we do anything else. Otherwise, your efforts are pointless. So, Spire Mama, sorry, you are amazingly done in this map. And for that reason, you're out. Alright. Now, we're basically at the end of our rope with ammo. Luckily, they give us plasma gun and the energy cell packs for it here. Let's go ahead and start wiping out the tomatoes, because these are just going to constantly pelt you with attacks while you're trying to do anything. And again, keep an eye on everything. Just keep your head on a swivel, make sure the tomatoes go down. And now we're going to have the same situation over here where we have the 2 hell gremlins in the very back. As you see, there's their homing missiles. So let's take out the imps. More importantly, take out the hell gremlins. Right there. And again, right there. Next up, fake wall right here. It's easy to tell because it's a different color. And that gives us the blur sphere and even more energy cells. Go ahead and take out the zombies. And just like that, we are getting through it slowly but surely. Don't worry, when you think you've conquered this room, you've not. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So let's go ahead over here. Now that the initial wave is done, let's go all the way in the back, hit the switch. And that switch is going to open the side doors. Also, be careful, because now there's a Baron behind us on the top, guarding a Berserk. And now, stage 2. Now that the doors are open, Cacodemons have flooded the area. And we can also get to the rear section. Go ahead for a Spire Mecha Mind. Again, very hard to stun lock, even with the plasma rifle. So let's go ahead over here. Zombies out. Let's move on, and careful of the Fire Baron right as you exit the room. Luckily, he's a lot easier to stun lock. Unfortunately, now we have tomatoes all over the place down here, because they're released on both sides. So let's take them out on this side. Let's go over here. Deal with his 2 friends. You can both leave. Thank you, and thank you. Alright, so the teleporter's where we need to get to, but there's obviously more to be done. So Baron, if you would please stop sniping us. Our lives would be better for it. Any moment now. Tomato is not getting us off of you. Beat it, my friend. And then we'll give it to the tomato too. Thank you. Alright, so now let's go in the side passages on the right side this time to progress forward. Now this area I will give a warning to as we blow up the black orbs. Again, the black ones do not release lost souls. They actually are exploding barrels, basically. Down here looks like we come up from the crypt, and that's exactly where we're headed with all this. So, there is one suggestion I highly give here. This is not damaging floor. Up the brightness as much as possible, because this is a very nasty trap with specters and nightmare imps. Again, since those orbs are glowing, don't you dare touch them, unless you want lost souls everywhere. So, you can see right there, we've got the nightmare imps, which is basically just the specter version of imps. And specters here. And I will tell you, it is impossible to see any of them if you don't up the brightness. And also, you want it upped because, as you see, there's a bunch of health bonuses down here. But again, by this point, you have the computer area map. All you have to do is make sure you've been down each of the passages, and you know you'll have all the health bonuses, not miss anything. So again, you know that's booby-trapped. Immediately turn around, firebomb the Fire Barons. No time for that, you guys. Take a hike. And now, let's keep it moving. Rockets galore. And now, more spectral opposition. And it's literally all varieties, too. It's the nightmare imps and the specters all mixed together down here. Basically just shoot in any given direction. If nothing screams, you're good. Go ahead and take out the imps hiding in the fire. Hit the switch in the back to lower ourselves to mega armor. And now this is looking very good. We have only 2 secrets left to find, and we're doing very good on items. So let's go ahead and work our way out of here. All the way, make sure we got all the health bonuses. And again, there's an easy way to make sure you have all the health bonuses. As you can see, this area just makes one big circle. So as long as you check your map and the circle is all red, you know you've got all the health bonuses. So let's go ahead and lower the brightness again so we don't blind ourselves in the real light. And now let's continue on. We are making extremely good progress here as we have the yellow skull key, and now the fight for the red key begins. 400 kills, 227 items. Let's keep it going. This area, the best way I can say is just let things come to you and SSG to your heart's desire. And again, do not let that female scientist stay anywhere near you. Just like the Tonberry, it will wipe you out in no time flat. So again, take out the imps, take out all the hit scares, don't you even think about it. And there's security armor if we end up needing it. Take care of the sniper up on the ledge, and you. Thank you. Zombie out, let's keep it moving. Just plasma everything. Again, the other zombie scientists are nowhere near as dangerous. The axe one or the crowbar one. Just watch for that female with the knife. Alright, so tomatoes, no thanks. Either of you. And your friend. And yes, I see the Spire Mecha Mind out of the corner of my eye. That's clearly going to be an issue. Imp down. And now the Hell Gremlins, they're guarding the Crushers. Go ahead and take them out. And now go ahead and get the Mecha Mind too while we're here. There we go. This area is feeling a lot safer. Go in the back for a bunch of the health and armor bonuses. All in a row there. You can just do a double pass, make sure you got them. There's the way forward. So something's got to happen first. And if we go down here, again, scientist out of here. Careful of this crusher, but if we get into the damaging pit over here, or at least looks like it should be, there is a switch in the back, but be careful, there's the female. Don't let her turn around. And here is secret number 8, giving us rockets and energy cells. And you can read the scrolling text. It's basically things like talking about how big everything is in Texas. It's like the roads are big, and etc., etc. It's really neat. It scrolls and the lines all read from left to right. So let's go ahead and take out the Fire Baron. Get ready for a wicked ambush outside. Make sure before you go out here that you have very high health, because we're about to get swarmed by Hell Gremlins, aka the Revenants, because they spawn there, but then they teleport right in front of you on this narrow ledge. So luckily you can jump off and then make our way back over. Just like that. And let's make sure we got all the gremlins. Boom. So, now we can finally get the red skull key, giving us all 3 keys. Don't think you're in the clear yet. Not by a long shot. So let's go ahead, past the crushers right in between everything. And now let's undo all the red bars. As you see, that took you where the Baron was that we slow rolled from down below, so we can get the Berserk for our item count. Let's go ahead, take full advantage of all the health and ammo in this area to make sure it's locked down. And now, again, just go through the crushers to get back. Right there. Got it. And now let's go ahead and head back. Alright, so just to get our bearings straight on everything, again, those all lower. This is the main hub area back here. Now we're in the main hub. So, where do we need to go from here? Let's go over and back. And again, go back to this initial secret. Now that we have both the yellow and the red keys, we can deactivate the two switches that are guarding the BFG, giving us full access to it right there. So now we have all secrets complete. Still a long ways to go on the items, but luckily they're all kind of bunched up together in a few little patches. And the kills were just about there on. But you know, if we're going through the yellow and the red key areas, whatever they've got at the finale is going to be a doozy. So, plasma and rockets at the ready. Let's go for the final ambush. And all I can say is, get ready. So, Spider Mechamon, get him out of here as fast as possible. Thank you, and here's your ambush, spawning in an ungodly amount of hell gremlins on us, aka revenants. So this would seem like a trap literally right out of Scythe 2, just entering a room, spawning a bazillion revenants on you. So luckily we've beaten Scythe 2, and we know the weakness is run in circles. Let the homing missiles hit the Baron, and just take pot shots as we run in circles. That way the homing missiles can never hit us. As you can see, there's switches on the back side of these pillars. So let's get the Baron in fighting to help us out, just like that. And we'll take care of the Victor while he's distracted. Let's go ahead and deactivate the switches. That's going to open up our path forward. And there are 4 switches total. Boom. As you can see, we got some zombie cowboys behind us that opened up. Take out the Baron and his friends. Just like that. And now, let's make our path toward the exit. To make sure this area is secure, as you can see, we are still quite a bit under the kill count needed, 494. So get ready, as soon as this lift drops, blast them, as we have the final amount of zombie cowboys guarding the exit. And again, one more. Let them have it. As soon as they go down, you notice we are actually 10 kills short. So, just to show that he allows you to backtrack right here, simply go through his teleporter, you're back up top, and now I'll skip it forward so you don't have to wait. So this is again by our main hub area. We can hit that switch to lower the security armor. And again, this is basically where we started the level. Right beside the security armor is going to be 2 hell gremlins guarding it. So there's 2 of our kills. Again, the security armor doesn't count as anything. Back in the yellow key section, let's grab the other rad suit. Head back into the lava. This time go through the shrubbery right here, and we have another ambush room. And this one's quite unique because we have a crusher in the middle, but it's one of the fast crushers that doesn't really do much damage. So here's where we get a ton of items underneath the crusher, and we can basically just run circles around, let the barons and the hell gremlins fight each other and get crushed both. Also, we can get ourselves mega armor right there to help. Rockets away, and just like that, they'll fall like dominoes. Alright. At this point, if we check it, we should have all items. Missing 1 kill, and that 1 kill was down here in the catacombs where we raised the brightness, because you know, there had to be 1 in every crowd. And just like that, this one is done. My gosh, what a complete map this is. This is fun, engaging, and boy is it difficult. To single segment, that is. Big Ol' Billy has done absolutely outstanding job with this series. The enemies blend together so seamlessly. I absolutely love it. And if you're wondering why the stuttering titles for these levels, that's actually a play off of Doom 2 The Master levels, where the text screen starts getting more and more jumbled, showing your anxiety as you move throughout the series. So if you've not already, please check out the Osterity playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe so more people can see the videos. We will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.